Hello, hello. Is it me you're looking for? Nothing? People are walking in now. If someone asks me a question, because I don't know if my comments are working. I don't think they're working. I don't see any comments. I see a couple of hearts, which is nice, but I don't see any of your. You can't text me the questions because I won't be able to open them on my app. You could bring me your phone. Cynthia's saying she wants to bring me her. Cynthia, you could bring me the phone. Because I cannot see any of your questions. Here's one. There are a million questions being asked. Yeah. What brings you to Boston? Cynthia. What brings me to Boston? Well, I'm doing Richard James. I'm doing 2 shows there in Newburyport. No, I'm sorry, in Amesbury, which is near Newburyport. 2 shows of a paper orchestra. Tickets are now on sale at MichaelJamin.com/live. I'm now going to open this up. I can't do a live, and so we're going to try this. We're going to try reading on a backup phone, seeing these questions. I do see them on the backup phone. All right, let's try it again. That note on the fridge. Why? Says Scarrett. Why? Because there's nothing more fun than trolling my daughters and her friends. That's what you do, right? That's what college is. College is all about stirring it up. I want to make sure they have a good college experience. That's part of my goal, is to make sure my daughter and her roommates have a fun college experience. You are loud and clear, but too bad about the questions don't work. I will see you in LA. Gen X, 1964. I'm Gen X too. Let's just take a moment to let that sink in. But thank you. I'll see you there. Bring a friend, Gen X. Bring a friend. Not because you need to bring a friend, but because, we get lost easily. Bring someone younger. What are you going to dress up for Halloween? I am not planning to dress up for Halloween. What can I tell you? I once went as Death, but I haven't really dressed up since I was a little kid. That's it. I guess if there are a ton of questions, I ain't seeing them. That's the only. Oh, here's some questions. I've got tickets for your Boston show. Woo, Janice. I'm looking at your name, Janice. I'm trying to read it though. Janice Lois photo. Janice Lang Lois photo. You might be in the photo business. Good, Janice. I look forward to seeing you there. Each show is going to be followed by a Q&A. Bring a friend. Bring 2 friends. Hi, Michael. How long is it? Janice is like, I don't have 2 friends. Don't be crazy. But bring whatever you got, Janice. Hi, Michael. How long does it take you to write a page on average? I'm always worried I'm going too slow. Well, I wouldn't know about a page. I don't measure the page. Generally it takes me about a week to write a first draft of a half-hour show. Okay. There are a million questions being asked. Janice, I believe you, but I just don't see them. I just don't see them. Here's some more questions. Here we go. I will see you in LA. Nope. I don't see them. There's something going on. Look, I can prove it to you. I don't see them. They're not there. I'm not lying to you guys. I just don't see the damn questions. They're not showing up. Let's just take a minute to blame Mark Zuckerberg. Let's just take a minute. It's his fault. I updated the app. That stinks for you guys. But I do have a podcast. You can listen to my podcast. It's called Screenwriters Need to Hear This. It was number 5 on Apple Podcasts for screenwriting for a little bit. And then it dropped down to 18. What happened? Zuckerberg's at it again. That's Zuckerberg. What are we going to do? I mean, the guy starts a social network, but he's not very social. All right. That's it. Where do you get ideas for jokes? Popsicle sticks. Are there any true comedians that inspire you? Oh, well, Dave Chappelle, he's amazing. Gary Shandling was an amazing comedian as well. I don't know if they inspire me, but I wouldn't say they inspire me, but I have deep respect for their work. Click the question button. I know I clicked the question button. Here's some more questions I can see there. I did that before. Yeah. How to give character emotional depth. Well, that's a good question. I wish there was an easy answer for that. Is that a Princeton logo on your chest? That's an easy one to answer. Yes, it is. See? P for Princeton. That's me. 92. Following up on a question from earlier today, I suggest reaching out to... here, now some questions are coming in. A couple are coming in. I don't eat enough popsicles for that. Does Mark Zuckerberg listen to your podcast? I would assume. Doesn't he listen to everything? Do you outline or not? Absolutely. Outlines are incredibly important. I don't outline for my personal essays, which is my show. I don't outline for this because I wanted to be a little more, I wanted to discover the story a little more organically. But for every single show I've ever written for television or film, you outline. And that's what I teach in my writing course if you want to know how to do that. And I'll also teach you how to... it answers the other question that the guy was talking about. How do you give a character emotional depth? I teach that as well. I don't have a short answer for that. That's why I struggled. That's why I skipped to the Princeton question. That's an easier one to answer. If you want to take my course, it's MichaelJamin.com/course. I wish I could... that's a 14-hour course. Can you remove the dings, clicks, and typing sounds from your podcast audio? The dings, clicks, and podcast? I wasn't aware there were. I'll look into that. Can you, whoever had that problem with that podcast, email support@michaeljamin.com. They take care of that. How many scripts roughly should a writer have before seeking representation? 2 excellent scripts. You should have 1 to prove that you're amazing and 1 to prove that that it's not a fluke. So you need 2 excellent scripts, not so-so scripts. Got it? And you need more than that. I did a whole talk on my YouTube channel about getting an agent and manager. So my YouTube, that's a 45-minute talk. So that's why you're going to have to go subscribe to my YouTube channel @MichaelJaminWriter. Yep, questions are still buggy. Let's see if will you do a show in New York? Maggie D. Harris. Yes, I will. DM me your email address at some point, and I'll let you know when I'm in New York, because I do plan on going to New York. I'd love to see you there, Maggie D. Harris. Yeah, so just DM me your email address, and I'll let you know when I'm there. Did your daughter and her roommates get into a fight over the note in the fridge? No, they thought it was funny. I troll every time I visit. I troll them. I leave another note that drives them crazy, and they all think it's funny. How many drafts do you write for a show? At least 2. At least 2 before we go to the tape. It's all about rewriting. So you're constantly rewriting. It's 2 drafts just before you go to the first day of rehearsal. It's actually 3, to be honest. Are there some actors you think of writing for? Yeah. Any advice on writing a spec script for existing show? Yes, and Santa Sync, I teach that in my course if you want. That's michaeljamin.com/course. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you have. I don't know. I don't really know about the podcast. What brings you to Boston? Oh, I did that already. I hope you come see me in Boston, and then you can ask me in person why I'm in Boston, and then I'll say that doesn't sound very inviting of you. Please come to New York. Yes. Again, if you want me to come. But here's the thing, guys. If you want me to come to your city, I will be touring with it. But I'm not going to go to any city until I have a large enough email list to justify going to that city. If I can't sell tickets, I'm not going to just show up to your city. And so some people are like, come to my city. And then I say, well, sure, give me your email address. And then I don't, because if they don't send me their email address, then they don't really want me to come. Like if they're not willing to send me their email address, then they're not going to shell out money for a ticket. So, I have to keep that in mind. It's just something I've learned. Like if I have 100 names on an email list for a city, figure 50, only 50 are going to show up. So, it's just how it goes. So I need to have a big list to go to your city. And I don't mean to guilt or pressure you, but if you're not going to send me their email address, then I ain't going there. That's just the economics of the thing. You know me, I don't lie. Let's see if I get more questions over here. Nope. Any questions over here on my other phone? There are a million. Janice says there are a million questions being asked, but I see maybe like a dozen. So I don't know.
Look at my text.
I can't, Cynthia, because if I told you I can't open the text because without taking.
Look on my phone and just look at the question. Look at my text that I'm sending you.
Okay, so I'll hear some questions. because she was texting me, but the problem is I can't open my phone to look at a text because then I go off live. Could you give a couple of tips for good dialogue? Well, dialogue has to sound natural. It has to sound natural. Go to a coffee shop and listen, spy on people sitting at a table talking to each other, and look at the way they talk. It's not one-to-one. It's not like someone asks a question and the person answers. Often it's people, they're on their own wavelengths. Often it's one person monopolizing a conversation and it's another person trying to redirect the conversation back to themselves. It's study conversation. Then when you type your script, read it into a recorder and play it back and, into a voice recorder. And then does it sound natural? It should sound natural. Hola desde Guatemala. Hola desde Los Ángeles. ¿Cómo estás? I was going to answer in Italian. Tirandillo, digo. Are there some, that's weird. In terms of the podcast, I think your editor's editing marketing sounds like a light bulb going off sound when someone said something smart. Someone said, I don't know what that is. I've never heard that. I'll have to ask. If your script has potential from a director, how do you get them to get your script to a pitch meeting? Because they said their potential in the idea, make the script, I would love to read your script. I don't really know what that question means. If a director says your script shows great potential, and if they don't want to shop it, they're just blowing smoke up your ass. That's just the way it is, dude. If they want it, if they think it's a great script, you don't have to beg them. They'll shop it for you. They'll take it to a pitch meeting. They'll do whatever it takes to get your thing made. But if they says potential, that's not a compliment. If I said to you, you know what, you show great potential, it means you're not there yet. It just means you have potential. It means you could get there. Be realistic. So double down on your work. Potential doesn't mean the same thing. Doesn't mean actualization. You understand there's a huge difference. When I say you have potential, it's a compliment, but it's not. Means you might get there if you keep working hard. It doesn't mean you're there yet. So when someone says your script has potential, yeah, it's not a vote of confidence. You understand that? It's a good step, but you got to do more than that. Okay. That's it. Do you any other things? That's about it. Okay. I'm going to jump over here, see if I missed a question on my thing page. Do you have a manager? Yes, I have a manager and I have an agent as well. I have both of those people. I give away a lot of money, and I have a lawyer, and I have 2 daughters. Everyone's got I'm giving percentages away. Any advice on how to publicize my stories that have already appeared in national media? No, I have no advice on that. But good for you for having your stories in national media. That's a good job, Good. That's great, All right, that's it. I'm now going to bounce because I'm having trouble reading these questions. Again, not my fault. Take it up with Instagram. Okay, if you are in Boston or in LA, you want to come see my show, a couple of people have already just got tickets, which is nice. Boston, I'll be in Amesbury, Massachusetts, November 12th and 13th for my show, A Paper Orchestra. Look, I'm pushing me out of frame. Get out of frame. I'm the star. And then back in LA, December 10th and 11th at Atwater Village. And I hope you'll come see me. Tickets are on sale at MichaelJamin.com/live. It's a small venue, so you're going to have to get it now. It's not Carnegie Hall. It's Carnegie Small. Okay, I hope I'll see you there. And thanks for tuning in. Sorry about this whole problem with the questions. What a bummer.